Hello everyone, welcome back to a new video, and this time a special video because again it's a collaboration. So I will tell you a little bit about this later. I want to introduce my colors first. So my first color was the swimming pool resin ink from Octopus. The second one was a teal, and here it's the petrol, all resin inks from Octopus. I mixed resin from Elegum, the ultra cast resin, which I have from Art, and here I'm mixing some mint color. The mint is from Art, and some of the Auora gold. So I want to achieve with the mint and the Auora gold just a mintish goldenish color, which I can imagine will be beautiful. And then I'm adding in the last cup, I think there were around about 20 drops of the pigment drops, and now I can stir everything, you know. And while I'm stirring my colors and while I'm preparing my colors, I can tell you a little bit about this collaboration. So we have 5 German artists, and we have already done a few collaborations since last year. And we are Sandra Rettich, we are Art of Church Cat, and behind this there's Rebecca. Then there is Marion Richter and Petras Bunte Glitzerwelt and myself. So we thought we do a collaboration with the subject about sea and water, and I'm sure everyone did something completely different. I've seen sneak peeks from all the other artists, I think, except from Marion. So I have a roughly idea, but I don't have an idea about the end result. So I'm very curious about it. And yeah, just check out all the other artists, please. And yeah, just support them because they are well worth it. And we German artists, we are just having also great ideas, I think. And I would be happy if you just support every single one of the others. So yeah. Now back to my pour. I'm taking now my mold. I need to get my camera sorted a little bit. So my mold is the scallop mold from MoldsandShapes. It's the XL size, so this is the biggest one. And I'm sorry, I just had a frog in my throat. I can start pouring. So I just needed to have a look which is the darkest color, because I want to do the seashell technique in layers again, like I did once before. And I thought the scallop mode would be perfect for this. And I want to start from dark to a little bit lighter. So the swimming pool, the teal and the petrol, they are sort of similar colors, but always a little bit lighter. So I thought this might be nice. And because I didn't want my tray to become too white, that's why I'm not using pearl. That's why I'm using here the mint color. And you can already see the interference sheen to it, which I really adore. So I'm pouring this also from the rim out, and just let the resin flow. And I like this technique because you can see from the bottom to the end how the effects are spreading, and this is what I adore about this technique. This technique works perfectly in a deep mold as well. So now that I poured my white, and on top of my white or at the sides I pour now my teal color. And I'm sorry for outside the dog, but I think our cat is, you know, looking at the neighbor's dog and he's barking. So our Gary, our cat, he's just, you know, lying there and watching the dog, and the dog goes crazy. So it's so funny to follow this up. Anyway, I'm layering my colors. Like I said, here's the mint tone again, and I adore this color. It's beautiful. Then the white again, and then I take the swimming pool. Just need to grab it. I just stir it also again. Then the swimming pool. Then again the mint color, and you can see how slowly the mold is getting full and how everything is spreading to the edges or to the design of the mold. And I think this mold is really perfect for the seashell technique. And yeah, very curious how this turns out. Actually, I did this technique also in the Pebbles tray mold, and one of the comments from from that video was, why don't you do it in a scallop mold? So this is what I spared then for my collaboration video, because I thought that was a great idea. I cannot remember who said it, who wrote it, but yeah, thank you anyway for the one who wrote this to me. I had plans to do a different pour, but then I thought, no, I just go with this technique. So now I have all my colors done. I had still a little bit of resin in my big jar, so I added a little bit in a little cup. And I have those seashells, they are abalone shells, and I have those white shells, and these are from Petra Jungblut. Also the Auora Gold, which I mixed with my mint, is also an interference color I have from Petra Jungblut. So there are different products in this, in this mold, in this pours, because I think it's good, you know, sometimes to vary, sometimes to mix a little bit, and yeah, to use different products which you just need for your pour. Anyway, I also added a little bit of glass stones to it, and now I have my mixture done. And I can just put it into my mold, just this little bit in the center of the outer rim there, and not more. I think this is enough. Normally I would always pour the whole thing, the whole bottom thing, but I think this little bit, this hint of glitter is just enough for just having this tiny little bling to it. I give it a quick torch. And then later I can put you on a time lapse, and this is coming now. So now you can see how the resin is moving, how it's making its pattern, and how it's really closing up also towards the center. Really adore this, and I also adore these effects which the resin is creating. There you can see it, and now I can just take you down after I finished with my time lapse so you can see what the resin has done. I'm a little bit afraid that I may have not mixed my white well enough, but I will see. Yeah, I thought I did mix it well. I love these white effects there. They are very beautiful. They're really like sea-like. It's amazing. Anyway, it's 24 hours later. I can demold, and my tray is still a little bit bendy, but this doesn't matter. So I'm very curious. Like always, everything goes very easily out of this mold. I just lose the edges a little bit, and then I can show you. And yeah, it's a big mold. That's why I'm struggling, but look at this. I love how the effects worked, how the seashell technique works. And I love these shadings, and you see also the sparkle of the interference color. And it's very amazing. The only thing I don't like is this white spot there, but where I cannot change it. I think this is where I already suggested that I may not mix my resin well enough. But anyway, except from this, I'm very happy with this. And I will show you this tray again with all the effects and how they are spreading from the center to the outside. And I think it's, yeah, it's a nice base also for a wave, which I will be doing. But before I want to do some plottering, I did this off camera because it took me nerves. You will see maybe soon why, because there I made this shark, and you can imagine all these little things, and till I had them out of this design. Yeah, it took me ages. So I hope you don't mind that I didn't show you this, but I just sticked it on. I was happy because I did print this out twice. And the first one was a disaster. Everything got stick and yeah, it just didn't work. Anyway, now I can take care for my wave, and I'm using here the Mastercast resin, also from Elchem, which I get from Etta Art, and I just put my clear resin on top of this mold. Just make sure that all the edges, everything is covered with the clear resin. What I added to my clear resin is the Psycho Gold from Laura's Art Corner, because I want to have this tiny hint of sparkle over my whole scallop. And then I have here the white, and for my white I used the Resitint Max from Elchem, which I also got from Etta Art. And now I'm just blowing out my white. And there are a few cells coming, but not much. And I can tell you guys, I'm not someone who's very good in doing the waves. So it's challenging for me. And you see, it doesn't really look good. And I thought, well, Petra, you're just covering up all your design. And But I made another line, wiggly line, because of the mold design. And I'm blowing out again, and you see I make it worse. I think I made it worse. And then I added another line. You will see it in a second, a thinner line just below. And I was taking care that I wouldn't cover my fish. Because, you never know what the resin will be doing and how I'm blowing everything. And yeah, I was really concerned about what I was doing there. But with this little wave, I was quite happy because I achieved cells. Do you see it? And there I was really happy about, but I didn't like the upper part, not at all. I used my big torch. I hoped I would get some cells. Then it didn't work. And then I just grabbed my alcohol bottle with the isopropanol alcohol and I just sprayed. And this is what you will see in a second there. And I got my cells. So with the Mastercast resin, that's a good thing. When you spray something or when you make a design like this, at some point it stays like this. So you see it there. I was quite happy, and while my resin was still wet, I just sprayed a little bit of gold metal spray just at the lower part, because I thought it gives a nice effect. And now you can see the final result. You can see my waves done with my alcohol. So this is my secret weapon for this wave, and I'm now quite happy because you can see still the pattern, and I love the shark, the little glitter, and I'm really happy with this tray. Anyway, please have a look for all the other artists and just enjoy the collaboration. Take care, guys, and thanks for watching. Bye bye.